People think that machine knitting is easy. They don't get how much work is involved in it. They think, I press a button and an hour later it's done, and it's not like that. It's very labour intensive. On a complex pattern, I can only do about 5 rows in an hour. I can only knit for a couple of hours because it takes so much concentration. You doubt yourself, but that's the tension that makes an artist. You hit that wall, what you have to do is the next day you have to go back in. But people don't see that, do they? They see the end product. You go through periods on a project where you start to think, what's so special about my work? But that's why I like living in Hastings, because there's lots of artists and you can talk to other people and they go, oh, it's all right, it's going to be all right. And then it brings you out of yourself. I love Hastings. There's just a quirkiness to it. I know that they've said about Hastings, why a lot of creative people moved here, is to do with the light, and it does have a really special light. There is just something unique about it. I think it really does aid my work. I work in lots of mediums, from knit to pen and ink. And I'm very interested in how do you capture movement. Every line that I put down, it's like sculpting. Every line helps to form that person. I like the physical, hands-on process. When I'm hand knitting, you can just knit. You don't really have to look at what you're doing. But when you're on the machine, you're checking every stitch so things don't fall off. So it's quite a different process. I suppose I'm a bit OCD. I like laying the yarn over, putting all the needles back, things like that. There's repetition. There's a lot of repetition. You're doing the same things over and over again, and I really like that. But it is really to do with numbers and sequencing, and I really like the constraints of knitting, because that really pushes your work. Especially with machine knitting, there's a lot to do with the sound. So when you push the carriage along, sometimes you just hear the sound's not quite right. So a lot of it, you're using all your senses really. And there's loads of research done now about the therapeutic benefits of knitting. I don't necessarily buy a lot of yarn. I'm using yarn that I've inherited from other people. I look at it that I'm recycling yarn. And I really like the fact that I can look at work that I've done and know that their yarn is in that work. So for me, they live on in the work, and I really like that. I'm very optimistic, and I feel that as an artist, artists should be prophets in a way. So we should be saying things, we should be saying something about what's happening in society. And I will have lots to do now, won't I, with a Tory government.